I want to bring up, because I mentioned it in my breakdown, and I think it's very interesting, is that Connie from Good Time is supposed to be loosely based off of Charles Manson.
Yeah, to me, that was a bit of a surprise.
It was a surprise to me, too, but it was just like basically of this character who has the charm to basically convince people to do what he wants.
Yeah. Also, weird. Why'd they have him hook up with a 16-year-old? I know it's just to pretend it's just a movie, but even in a fake scenario, I was like...
I 100%. And that's why I'm talking about just like, he's the more disgusting character.
How old is he supposed to be? Like late 20s?
I guess he's... well, if he went to prison and back, then he must be...
That doesn't mean anything.
Late 20s.
Over 18. But,
yeah. I don't know.
Early 30s. They never really pinned that down.
No, they don't. I'm gonna guess he's like 28. Supposed to be 20. Yeah, 28 sounds right. Which disgusting.
100%.
Yeah.
Piece of shit. By the way, that Richard Ramirez series, awful.
I watched the first 2 episodes of Night Stalker. We're talking about.
Just as far as like,
I watched the 2 episodes. Hard to get through.
Yeah. Really well done.
I want to talk about that more next time because...
Well, I'm just saying, as far as like, you know...
Of disgusting people?
Yeah. And if he's basing it off of Charles Manson or someone that's going to like, you know, mess around with, you know, kids.
Yeah.
Ramirez was doing that as well. Really bad.
Yeah.
But... yeah, man. I don't know. These are 2 really good movies for me, and maybe it's a little unfair because I had more time under their belt. But I feel like Uncut Gems is the superior movie.
Yeah. Well, no, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. I said that like any flaws that I might have felt from Good Time, they definitely fixed in Uncut Gems. They also...
What flaws would you bring out?
Flaws is not the right word. It's just everything. Their style is just more perfected.
It is. Uncut Gems is more focused.
Yeah.
Good Times was, I don't want to say it was losing me at some points, but it definitely meanders.
Well, Uncut Gems keeps that anxiety with you the entire time. I feel like Good Times doesn't. There are lulls in Good Times. Every second of Uncut Gems, it's just like, well. Even like when he's sitting at the scene of him just sitting at his daughter's dance recital is one of the most tense scenes because you're sitting there just like, you're at a dance recital, you got shit to do. What are you doing? And
I love the dynamic of the small talk between the parents while like the guys that are like maybe gonna kill him or like there. Like, that shit's great. I love the mundane. Almost so Sopranos-esque between the family dynamic and the criminal dynamic.
They have just Monday of just like, you're a full-time criminal and now you have to have Sunday dinner.
Right.
And like there is a total other side of your life going on.
Yeah. You know? I mean, Howard's not a full-time criminal, but, you know, I mean, I can't imagine living like that. That
was the thing about Howard is like he gets the gem in the beginning. If he didn't pull any of his schemes at all, he would have went to an appraiser, got it appraised for the appropriate amount, and been totally out of debt. Right. He could have just because it's all about making the side hustles and stuff. And also in Good Time, at any point in Good Time, Connie could have just went home. You know?
What do you mean? He robbed the bank.
No. I mean, like, well, at least in the beginning, like, the police aren't really... I guess at the end. I don't know. What I mean is, like, at no point in Good Time does Connie seem to stop and make a plan. He's kind of just constantly just going.
Yeah, the person who's like Howard, who's going to get hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt to like loan sharks, is not making like sound decisions anyway. But
that's true.
The Connie and his brother's like family life is never like that defined. Like what they live with their grandmother, or they have a grandmother. What's the deal with their parents? We never really get that.
We never really know.
Something's obviously fractured.
Something's gone. We know the brother lives with the grandma. I don't think Connie lives with him because it kind of seems like Connie and the grandma don't like each other.
Because Connie's another one who's like, you know, like Howard. Howard, I find to be much more
He's
likable.
ran out of all karma of just anyone in his life.
Exactly.
You know, both of them are great where, like, I mean, what you said is just like their backstories aren't established, but you get from the action of just like you basically can come up with your own backstory for both of these characters, and it's probably pretty accurate to what happened. Like we know up until this point, like this isn't a first time occurrence for either of these characters.
We know that Howard is a great headache for everybody he encounters, even Mike Francesa, like, which was great, you know, to have his, because that's the way that he deals with annoying callers. It was very much the same type of. You know, that wasn't too much of a stretch. And I've actually seen interviews where he was saying, like, the Safdie brothers were fans because they're big, crazy, like, Knick fans. So they're, you know, New York
really?
Sport. Yeah, but they said exactly to Francesa, they wanted him to deal with Howard akin to how he would, like, you know, a bad caller or something like that, which I thought was awesome.
All right. That's cool.